Welcome, welcome. Mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender. Countdown initiated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I know you might want to doubt me, but which one of us has said, "Oh my God, what a coincidence. I was just gonna call you. Oh my God, I was thinking about you. I was just gonna buy this thing for myself, and here you are giving it to me." What were you doing? You were just what now? Thinking about someone and they called you? What, do you think that is what you want to call a coincidence? We think coincidences are random things that we just happen upon. When in actuality, if you paid attention, the quote-unquote coincidence is the thing that emerged from within you. Those were your own words, your own admission said, "I was just thinking of you." Who was just thinking of who? I was just thinking of you. I was gonna call you. Or what did we say? You took the words right out of my mouth. What, with a spoon? With a fork? You were thinking the same thing as someone else. It is not a coincidence. It is the thought that you have inside that corresponds with the exterior. Correspondence is the principle at work. You see, we do it all the time, yet we don't see what we are doing. It hasn't clicked for us. Many people ask, "Angela, you really think I would do this to myself? That is the coldest thing anybody's ever said to me. How could you be so mean to say that I would do this to myself?" I'm not saying that you did it to yourself because I'm trying to be mean or cruel to you. I am saying it to you because it is how humanity lives. It is our nature. We form mental images before they become physical images. That is what we do. There's no punishment in that, and there's no reward in that. There is simply a, the thing you're presently experiencing, do you like it? But do you see how it could feel like a punishment? You see how it could feel like a reward? It is just your perception, the way you see it. It is just the way that you see it. Now let's put it into a deeper perspective. If you can be convinced to see things in a particular way, you will, I don't want to say invoke because it is always on. The principle of rhythm will kick in. When you do something the same way every time, you form a habit. And it is from that habit you will live your life. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you know how to tie your shoelaces, you've been tying your shoelaces in that way ever since you learned how to tie them in that fashion. You don't have to think about how to tie them. The moment you get a shoe with laces and you put your foot in, you will automatically do what you have always done. So those things that you have learned how to do, you will continually do. So if you are taught to see the world in a particular fashion, you will always see it in that fashion. And you won't know that you're seeing it in that fashion because it is so familiar to you. It is autopilot. This is how we live our lives. It is the strength, but it is also the weakness. Ow. What makes it the strength? You being deliberate to change it. What makes it the weakness? You not knowing that that's the way you live. That's the difference between the two. Knowing, nothing else. So today, be encouraged to know that the universe is not against you, nor is it even for you. It just is. You see, this is how superstitions are also formed. Superstitions are perceptions. Oh, for those of us who live in the Caribbean, well, I guess even anywhere in the world, somebody says, what's that song? I'll put a spell on you. So long as you believe that a spell has been cast upon you, you will see the evidence of it. A spell has no power other than what one believes it to be. This is why rituals exist. A ritual has no power just laying on the page. The one who believes in the ritual gives it its power. Again, you may or may not believe me, but that is irrelevant. I don't care one way or another if you believe me or don't believe me. All I'm asking you to do is observe yourself. Mystical said it best. Watch your step. Observe yourself. What are you doing every day, all day the same way? What are you saying to yourself all day, every day? Whatever that thing is that you're saying to yourself is like a rudder on a ship or like the bit in a horse's mouth. Think about how it feels when you want to go against something that you believe in. It hurts you, man. It's like, oh, I can't do that. Everything within you recoils and says, ooh, I cannot. If you go against it, it hurts. There's just something about it that causes you. Oh, it's the same with a bit in the horse's mouth. It will never go against it because it will bring pain upon itself. The rider just holds the reins, but it is the bit in the mouth that will either prevent the horse or allow the horse. If the rider gently lifts in the right direction, the horse will go right. Because if it goes left, it will be in pain. Your beliefs do the exact same thing. This is why we argue, and this is why we debate one another, to prove to the other what we believe to be true. When in actuality, beliefs can be changed. So if a belief can be changed and it is neither permanent nor, if it's not permanent, then it makes you question, what do I believe? You see, one never has to dig that deeply because the thing that annoys you will make you say, Why does this keep happening to me? Why do I keep doing the same thing over and over? Why can't I change? That right there is a savior. Oh, how is it a savior? You are crying out for change. When you say, why do I keep doing this? Why does this always happen to me? Why do people treat me this way all the time? That is a savior. Because out of the depths of your very being, you have noticed something. You have noticed the burr in your saddle, the thorn in your paw. You've noticed the thing that causes you pain. And now that you notice it, realize it for what it is. Only a habit. And what is a habit? A thing that you do the same way every time. But the moment you say the universe is punishing me, the universe doesn't love me, the universe doesn't care about me, you see that belief? It is brought forth from a place of pain, rejection, neglect, abandonment is what you're actually dealing with. Think about it. Because we all want to be loved, don't we? We want to be accepted, cared for, thought of. Do we not? Even the ones who say, no, I don't kill. The lady doth protest too much. The moment that thing makes itself known to you by way of the words that emerge from your mouth, you have found the thing that has been running your life from the shadows. You've just found the bit in your mouth. So how do you remove it? Well, here's the good news. The good news is that there is always going to be a bit in your mouth. Because we always are going to have perceptions. So there's only good news, my friends. If there's always a bit in your mouth, well, then that means you get to choose the bit you want in your mouth. You see, we associate the bit with pain. The bit is not pain, only if you go against. So, what is a belief that you don't want to go against? Well, then that is the habit that you form. That is the thing that you practice over and over and over and over until it becomes second nature. Old hat. Do it like the back of your hand. That is the thing you submit yourself to because you put it there. But if you have to submit to a perception that is not yours, you don't even know where it comes from. If you have to submit to a perception that somebody else gave you, then it has the potential to become painful. Well, you didn't put it there. It was given to you over time. We tend to say, spare the rod and you spoil the child. Spare the what now? The rod. Oh, hello. We think sometimes that beating children will cause them to change their ways and to, straighten up and fly right. That is a belief. It is not cold, hard fact. Even though some of us says, well, I was beaten as a child and I didn't turn out bad. Look at me. The fastest way to make somebody hate you is to beat them, to inflict pain upon them. That's what beating does. They resent you. So how can it possibly cause quote-unquote discipline? Discipline is not from the outside. Discipline is the thing that you do the same way every time. Oh, wait, so that sounds like a what? Habit. So today, my beautiful friends, the universe neither hates nor loves, because it is a creation as well. It is a mental creation. So if you create from the place that says, I'm going to be punished if, well then, you'll find that you end up doing that thing all the time. Because it is your perception. So how do you change a perception? By first recognizing that you have them. We are comprised of perceptions. Why do you think Marketing 101 wants to hold your perceptions in the palm of his hands? Now, Marketing 101 is not a person. It's a thing that is wielded to get you to do something. You see, because that is what perceptions are. A tool to get you to act. So if you know the perception, you know how the person holding the perception is going to behave. So now do you understand why it is so important for you to be the master of your own perceptions? Because then you know how you'll act. Instead of someone else holding the perception as a bit in your mouth, and you know you don't want to do it, but you gotta. Because if you don't do it, it's gonna hurt like the dickens. So how do you change your perceptions? Step one, recognize that you have them. We all do. There's not one of us without a perception. We all have them because that is our design. We are designed to have perceptions because it is the perception that guides. So if you now know, because this is step two, if you know that you have a perception and it guides you, well then, are you being guided in the direction that you want to go in? Or are you saying, I don't want to go there, but I am compelled to do so, or else I will suffer if I do not? So to change your perception, recognize that you have them, and then begin to choose. How do you choose a different perception? Well, you ask yourself, what would I be doing? What would I be doing if I was holding this new perception? Well, I'd be doing this, I'd be doing this. You'd start to list off all the things you'd be doing if you were no longer in the thrall of that old habit. What would your new habit be? Your habit is your perception. It's just a different word. But if you put the right word on it, it will make it easier for you to change it. Because a habit is something that is totally within your control. Well, I don't form the habit for you. It's not me who gets up and does that thing for you day in and day out. No, that is you. So you see, you have the power to form habits. We don't break them. We only form them. This is why sometimes it is very easy to slip backwards into the old way, because it never leaves us. But the longer you do the new, the deeper and further away you are from the old. So you ask yourself, what habit would I prefer to be doing? Persistence is a habit. You get up and you do the same thing the same way every time. Consistency is a habit. You get up and you do the same thing the same way every time. The way you drive your car is a habit. The way you speak to yourself is a habit. Girls are taught you wipe from front to back. Boys are taught to shake. Habits. They're habits. They're things that we do the same way every time.